Hey, what's up, TD Mafia? It's Timber and I. We're hanging out. I'm making sure that we're not muted because that would be bad. JP's got stuff to do tonight, so Timber and I are going to be doing Free Fig Friday. As always, you can follow us at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. And again, anywhere you can find us, just search Irish Whip anywhere. And that's kind of the big thing for JP is like we worked our ass off this year, and like anytime you search for the Irish Whip, we're on the page. We're on the first page of Google. I think we're like 4 down. So cool. Hi, Timber.
Hi, Josh. I mean Yeti. Sorry, my bad.
So this is kind of the time for you guys. I guess if you want to ask us questions, it's kind of the year end. We're watching some NXT. We're watching Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor, the first match. Kind of a watch along. I guess this is like right when he's raising up the belt after the part. What'd you say when Finn Balor?
He goes like this.
He's like showing off his tattoo, but you said like he's showing off his manicure.
Manicure. Check out my nails, guys.
You weren't a pro wrestler before you met me, were you?
I've never been a pro wrestler.
Fan.
Oh, there we go. No, I thought it was. It wasn't something that I would normally watch, and then I think it was the first match you showed me was. Oh crap! What was that? Was it a WrestleMania?
I don't know. I don't remember the first. This is your memory, not mine.
Read my mind. Damn it.
What's up, Bobby D? What's up, Tommy Flynn? What's up, Pete? Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't know. What's the most memorable match you remember of this year? Or is there one?
This year was kind of a blur, but I think if I had to remember any match, it would be probably a most recent one because it was just kind of weird. I think it was the Trash Can and Asuka. Or was it Asuka?
Io Shirai. So
yep.
NXT. Do you like the NXT Women's War Games match? You like that one?
Yes.
Okay. I think mine's the one that we're watching. I think it was like Kyle O'Reilly breaking his
jaw.
I
didn't get to watch this one, so us watching this is I kind of like this one because I want to see how that all played out.
Good. Good.
His jaw's broken.
Good. Oh, look at where he's at now. It's Finn Balor. He's resilient. He's tough. He's all right. He's fine. He's still got the belt.
And his jaw intact. That's always a good thing.
If you guys have questions for us, just hit us up. Leave a comment in there. We're giving away again. The free fig is IVAR. We've got the screen. JP, I actually got everything set up. I actually have the wheel of names all there actually. So I'm doing a really good job. I believe I'm doing a good job. So there's the wheel of names. We got some random stuff on there, which we're going to talk about. But the wheel of names is on there. We're going to give that away. Again, thanks for everybody hanging out with us tonight. We're going to give the fig away. Please follow. It's at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anywhere podcasts are found. You'll see us featured on Wrestling News Source and also on the Full Press Wrestling app. What else? I don't know. You haven't watched the Royal Rumble before?
I watched the Royal Rumble back when Hogan and Andre and Heartbreak Kid.
I'm sure.
I think that was the one Royal Rumble that I did watch. I do want to see Daniel Bryant in there. I think it will be a good one. I think that's on his bucket list. Is that what he said?
Do you think it's cool? I think it's odd that he's never ever won a battle royal. Like he was on the. What were we watching? Were we watching Talking Smack? I think we were watching Talking Smack.
Yeah.
One of those shows that I've been invested on since Swerve City Podcast is on the network now. I'm kind of invested on some of those, which is odd because it's weird for the WWE to actually promote podcasting, which I think 2020 has helped. That's definitely helped us. You've seen that.
Yeah.
You've seen it help us as a podcast and what we do. This is a part of it. And we have used this to supplement the podcast and interview portion of it out of COVID-19's sake, I guess is the best way to put it. Because we've always been a podcast known for interviews, and that's what we do. And we've gotten away from that to do this because it's fun for us. We get to interact with people. We get to see cool people. They get to ask questions. But for us, we want to get back to the interviews. We want to get back to the interviews that are fun, the interviews that are the individuals that we see that are up and coming in pro wrestling. Like, you've watched IWTV with me.
Oh yeah, I love IWTV.
Like, you got to watch H2O and Matt Tremont. You watched his last match with.
I did his last death match.
Yeah, with Ricky Shane Page. And what'd you like? I know I didn't prep you for any of that. We didn't plan this either. I don't know why we're leading off with whatever. I don't care. Like, we're talking about it's the end of the year. So I mean, what did you think of that?
I wish you would have prepped me on that. I was almost 100% sure he was dead. He lost, like, it looked like so much blood. And I work around that like all the time. And I was like, it was like a train wreck. I was super grossed out, but like I couldn't stop watching.
Because I didn't tell. We were watching this what were we getting ready to eat? I don't remember what we were doing.
It was like steak.
I don't remember what we were getting ready to do.
Beefiest, bloodiest food you could possibly eat. I think I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, hey, let's come watch this match. And you've been watching NXT, you've been watching AEW, you've been watching all of this stuff. And then I throw some death match. Danny, we were watching it because Danny Havoc. We were watching it for
it was his last match. And
it was the Danny Havoc Memorial Cup match they were doing for that inaugural belt for him.
Yes.
Then they had Tremont's retirement match as well, and I think that's where I was like, well, I guess if you're gonna jump in on the deep end, this is
you're gonna go head first, I guess.
And the light tubes, like, is that when you were like, holy, or was it when you saw, like, remember when he taped up his arm, how much blood was coming out of his arm at that point in time when he tried to tape it up? Like, when they ran in, I don't know what kind of tape they're trying to use at first, but it wasn't
duct tape. It was like a chunk of duct tape, and it wouldn't stick.
Well, there was so much. That's why it wouldn't. There was so much blood, it wouldn't stick. And you were just like, I was watching, and your mouth was like wide open as we were watching.
I don't think it was that part. I think it was the fact that he had a bottle cap, or no, it was at the end of the light tube. One of the two, anyway. Smashed into his skull.
Yeah, there was that too.
Okay.
There was a lot of that. But I mean, when you look at that compared to when we're watching like NXT matches like that, how much do you appreciate where, like, when you talk, like when somebody mentions like IWTV or deathmatch wrestling, and you know, like MJF or Jon Moxley or even Brody Lee, like us watching that Chikara for as long as we do, and that huge thing that we'll talk about. But what do you like? What do you like watching more? Do you like watching this this produced type stuff, or the stuff where it's 7 or 8 people, you know, in the bingo hall where they're
IWTV, easily the independent, and not so much the NXT. I think it's watching IWTV is them showing all they got all the time, 100%, just foot on the gas pedal, and that's how they get picked up, and that's how they get signed to places like NXT.
We haven't talked about this, but what do you think? What do you like in your perception or value? Like, what do you feel like these guys get paid when they go and do this stuff?
NXT or IWTV? Just
any kind of independent show. Like, these guys go and.
Do you want me to give you a Zoe answer, or do you want to give me my answer?
Your answer. Your answer. Like,
per match, pennies.
Well, not pennies.
Well, no, but okay. So a match, I'd say $200.
It's a pretty good payday. I mean, it's a decent payday, but yeah, that's right. I mean, it's
Is it?
It's not. I mean, that's
I win.
Decent for a lot of people, but when you're talking like the deathmatch stuff we're talking, it's a lot more money.
Well, yeah,
because
they're putting their lives at risk,
and that's why I enjoy that. It's not to say that
it's not that you like seeing them get hurt. It's the fact that they know they're going to get hurt, but they also get the payout.
Yeah, well, they get the payday, and they get the chance to really, I don't know, man. You get to push your body to those limits,
and they do.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. It's been fun just to be able to experience that, and then, you mentioned Zoe too. Like we've done the whole Thunderdome, and being on there, and I don't know. I've done it a couple times, but I think it's more for. I think Zoe had more fun than I did. I mean, it was a cool thing. It was an experience. It was something that we could do. Say that
I think it was something that was on her bucket list that she didn't even realize was on her bucket list. Yeah, I've been on national television. I don't know where, but I was on national television.
Yeah, I was on one of those box screens at one point in time.
Yes.
Bobby D was on there. He saw all
Tommy.
that. Yeah.
Aww.
So I want to give Royal Rumble predictions, but it's this episode more is for 2020, like the end of it. This will be out tomorrow. This is kind of our end of the year episode. This is our podcast. This is how we record our podcast for right now, and we give away a fig at the same time, a pretty killer one. I think we're doing a pretty good job when it comes to figs, right? We have fun when we do that, don't we?
Oh yeah, that's even when I'm not with you. That's one of the first places I go, is back to the fig section. I'm like, I wonder what someone would want if I were to pick up a fig like today.
Right.
Like the one I picked up today. What was that one? Shorty G.
Yeah, it's out there
somewhere out there. But yeah, I picked up that one. I was like, somebody will want this for a free Fig Friday.
Right. And and the ones that we just pick up randomly, the one Tommy, we still gotta send Tommy's out. Right. Yeah. So when does Timber start 3 Irish Girls and talk wrestling? Oh my God, don't give me any ideas, Pete. She's not Irish for one.
Bull spit.
It's not proven yet. We haven't done the genealogy. We have to prove this. Not that your eyes or your hair gives it away, or your beauty, or your beauty give it away, but
aww. Thank you.
You guys don't know how hard it is to do this podcast. Like usually in the podcast, I can shit on JP consistently through the entire game. And are we losing our figs back there? Did you?
Oh yeah.
I think we lost somebody, huh?
Carmella down.
Carmella down. Well, not saying anything. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you think that our podcast is the greatest. We're tracking, man. We really are, and just grateful because we were looking at stuff last night. And we're like I was looking at countries, and India is 4. It's number 4, and it was the United States, the UK, Canada, India. India was number 4 on the list of countries that were downloaded the most. And it was a percentage. It was
like 1.3%.
It was almost 5%.
Oh, was it?
Of total for a month, but still 5% in India. Like everybody's making fun of the WWE wanting to be, or that WWE India brand, but I don't think people realize how long the great Khali has been doing stuff in India, and the Bali Boys and Jinder Mahal and all these other guys.
Do you feel that they're as deprived as we are here, or I guess us in Montana?
No, because they're think of what was that Disney movie about the kid that had the baseball arm?
What?
Man, I know. Man, someone will tell me. Anyway. They went to India, or they went somewhere where they wanted to find. It was pretty much a stunt where they went and found somebody, then they turned him into a baseball player, right? The WWE's done that with NXT. Like they went there and they've grabbed, I can't remember the kid's name, but they try to make him into a superstar. But it's just another way to grow that brand. And I don't. How do you put into context? Like, I wanted to wait to ask this question. Like, people were in the internet wrestling community talking about how the WWE didn't do anything for Brody Lee or Jon Huber, right? Which in I'll tell you how I feel, and then you can tell me how you, right?
Okay.
So he was a huge part of what the WWE was when it came to like the Bray Wyatt, Bludgeon Brothers, Fiend, and all this, but they let him go, and it's not on them for that. And I think they did it the most respectful way that they could have. Hold on, and I mean this in the nicest. And I think they did it in the most respectful way they could have, just because I don't think that anything that they would have done would have been not zero compared to what AEW did for him that night. Like
and his kiddo.
Well, and like the Dark Order and John Silver and all Alex Reynolds, Stu Grayson, Eve Luno, all those guys is. I mean, you had never watched Being the Elite ever once, and you watched that one highlight one where you've got an attachment to John Silver, right? You kind of do now.
Oh yeah. I think that probably was one of the coolest interviews that you guys did. Well, that I can remember was the John Silver one, and funny too.
Yeah, he's genuinely a great young man, not a kid, 29.
Sorry.
And I feel like if the WWE would have done anything, even a bell count, I don't think it was their responsibility. I don't think anything they would have done would have been picked apart even more. And it really was on. I think it was really a nod to let the talent do what they did. Like even Apollo Creed, I keep calling him Apollo Creed. Even New Day. God dang it, man, it's killing me. I'm done. I'm over the year so far. It's been a grind.
2020 can fucking right here. But back to, okay, so I guess I have a question before I answer your question. Did WWE like let him go, or did he go to AEW?
He was let go.
Okay, he was let go.
Yeah.
My feeling on it was WWE, when he did pass, it was kind of a tuck your tail between your legs, like, oh, we could have been part of this, but we let him go, and it's almost a shame that we let him go, because look at what he did. Look at how many lives he impacted. Look at the family that he has now.
What did they do in your eyes to warrant that, though? Or is that just your opinion?
That's just my opinion. The fact that they didn't do anything for him when he passed.
Well, they showed his image on the show, and they let talent. I mean that they let talent do moves, and I guess I can't say they did or didn't. I mean, some of the moves that those guys were doing in the ring that were a nod to Brody Lee was pretty cool, and I guess I just don't know. I'm kind of glad that the WWE didn't do anything, and I'm glad that AEW did everything.
Yes. WWE knew that I'm going to use this loosely, that he wasn't supposed to be there. That wasn't his family. He went to AEW and found his forever family, his forever home.
He really did.
He did.
He really went there, and he I think he was a teacher at heart. Like, from what I can gather, and I never knew the guy. I followed him and watched him in Chikara. I thought he was funny, quirky, odd, different.
Mm-hmm.
JP loved the guy. Mm-hmm. I was more indifferent to it, honestly, just because I'm well, what I prefer. I prefer a John Moxley, Eddie Kingston,
in your face, tell it how it is. I don't give a flip if it offends you or not. Kind of person.
Yeah, down, dirty, ugly. John Cena, just Thuganomics, just really. That's my type of when I think of pro wrestling or sports entertainment, I like that.
Champa.
Not Brody Lee. No, Burn It Down. We did not do the giveaway yet. We're getting ready to do that here in a few. We're talking about Brody Lee right now. I guess I'm happy that the guys that are part of the Dark Order, John Silver specifically, just because I don't know, I'm partial to him. I'm a mark for him. I just see him as a really cool human being that has a genuine personality of just caring and love. You know what I mean?
And I think that was really well displayed in actually what he was wearing in the ring.
Dude, the gear that
gear was on point.
Wonka Vision, that small stuff. Right?
Shrink it down.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby D, you're going to have to drink on your own tonight because JP will not be yawning during this episode at all.
However, I probably will.
Why?
Oh.
Am I that boring?
Yeah, it's awful. No.
Oh. So we're, again, kind of watch along. We're watching Kyle O'Reilly and...
Blackberry brandy and eggnog.
Yeah, I try not to... it's just gross, man.
No, it's not.
Blackberry brandy is the worst.
Blackberry brandy and Screwball is actually a peanut butter. Was it peanut butter whiskey?
Peanut butter whiskey, yeah.
Tastes just like a PB&J. You should try it, Tommy.
Yeah, it's
brings you back to childhood, plus some buzz.
Hi,
Tina.
Yeah,
I want to see. That's part of the reason I wanted to go on here too.
Why?
I want to see more women on here. Like we get Bobby D's wife, I think, correct?
Yeah.
And then Tina, I've seen in here.
Probably, I think it's Bobby D's daughter or daughter-in-law. So it's family. It's all Bobby D. It's like they're family. They're a family. It would have been. I don't think you could do like. Do you think SR Burn It Down said? Do you think that it would be? Should they have done a video package? Should the WWE have done a video package for Brody Lee? And again, if they would have, how much? With people, some of the people that say that, how much would the internet wrestling community have shit all over WWE for just doing just that and not whatever? Like, I think the classiest thing they could do is left it up to talent and say, if you guys want to do what you want to do, like, I'm open to you, like, please don't.
I think WWE did it correctly by just acknowledging
I influenced your decision, I think. I'm sorry.
No, I think but I do think you are right. I think they left it up to his family. And like I said, WWE knew that wasn't his forever home. And when he went to AEW, that's where he found it. And those are the people who got really, really attached to him. And, oh my God, sorry. I think they did it right.
How impactful do you think was it for you to watch the AEW part of it, like the AEW presentation? See, daughter Tina, wife Lori. There you go. See, I got it. I kind of got this. JP's educating me on the fam. I'm getting that. I don't know. They didn't do a 10-bell salute. I don't think you do anything. I just don't think you do anything. I think you just leave it alone. I think
they did do a 10-bell. Oh
no, that was AEW, not WWE.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about WWE.
I mean, AEW did. It's tough. But what did you think of the whole episode? Did you?
I loved the energy in it. It wasn't that they were performing just for the crowd. It's that they were performing for family and the fans and everybody else. And it was electric. They had more oomph in it, I think, for that match.
Do you feel like, or did you? What were your emotions when you started watching it, and then as it progressed, as you got to go through, like the whole episode was basically a Dark Order. It was the Dark Order.
It was
like when. What did you feel like when Silver was out there? Like when the way that match went, how all of that, even Silver's gear, even when you talk about Alex Reynolds and BTE, how they talked about, like, I know you weren't. I didn't prepare you for anything. I prepped for anything, and I I think what I tweeted out is like, there's been a lot of deaths in wrestling, but I think this one hit me worse because of just what kind of a dude that he was to not only other talent and people like the younger kids like Silver and Reynolds and Grayson and Evil Ono and I can't even, maybe you could throw Adam Page in there. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that he's just a good person, and I don't know. What was your takeaway from all of that?
I will go through the list of emotions from point A to end of the match. I went from, they're going to do a tribute, to ugly cry, to even uglier cry because his kid went on and, left the boots in the ring and got that, hey, Jason, got his belt. And then they started their match, and it was, like I said, electric. When John Silver was in, like, you could just see it in his face. He was just, and you could see that he was thoroughly enjoying it, not for himself, but he was showing what Brody had taught him.
You think he was applying what people have been telling him for the last however long? Do you think that this lit that fuse in a lot of these guys that you hadn't seen for a while?
Yes. I think they finally found that, like, I don't have my teacher anymore. So what he has taught me, I now have to apply because he's not going to be there to push me to do it.
Yeah.
Like, he gave me everything he had, and I'm not going to get anymore.
What was it? Because I was like, when MJF grabbed the mask off, like Brody Lee Jr.'s head, you kind of, were you like, were you for a minute? Were you like,
oh yeah, 100%. I went, that fucking God, you're good. God, you're good.
Did you like that?
I did.
When did you know, like, it was that part? It was when he took the kendo stick to the head from the little one and sold it, or when he tweeted out, "Fuck that kid."
That was after. No, I think it was actually when he spit on the mask. I went,
yeah, that's right.
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, Tina said I cried so hard. Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, Tina. It was definitely an ugly cry, like boogers, tears, red face, the whole nine.
As a kid, I was a huge Hogan fan. I was an ultimate racist fan. Really. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's stuff that come out, and you read. There's.
Yeah, I like that Bobby D right there.
I like it when your wife has her opinion. It's awesome that she's involved. Why it is. It's I don't know. It's her choice. She doesn't have to. I didn't push it on you. It's just it's ingrained in me. We are a mental health podcast disguised as a pro wrestling podcast.
Yes.
Is what we are.
Yes.
We started doing this as a way to deal with mental health, and pro wrestling helped us, and it evolved, and it's been going on for 15 years now, and I don't know.
Well, and to be completely honest with you, I didn't have a choice up until 3 months ago. We finally got another TV where I could watch, some of my shows out in the kitchen or something while I'm cooking dinner. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the weekend, like, wrestling was just on. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'll give it a whirl. Yeah, I'll watch it. And then I was like, oh my God, is he really dead? Like, it like sucked me in. And I was like, God damn it, Josh.
Yep, it does. It sucks.
He created a monster.
How much did August Gray have to do with that?
AG.
I mean, you're wearing a shirt.
I am. Like, I wanted to see him, which he did, get signed. So, like, I would religiously watch that and be like, I wonder if this is the show. I wonder if this is the show. I wonder if this is the show. And then, he wouldn't come on. And then he finally came on, and I was like, yep, that's him. I love it. Now I have to watch this more.
We're at the point when Finn Balor's climbing the ropes with a broken jaw and blood coming out of his mouth right now. So the coup de grace and the pin. Well, there's
what a beast!
Literally blood just coming, and he's trying to hold his. Yeah.
What a beast! Look at him. He's white. Well, I mean, he was white before. Is that chunks of like? Is
Yeah, that's
all.
all.
Is that bone?
Yeah, he broke his jaw. I mean, you can see that in this match where
this is like a like death match NXT mesh.
Well, and it wasn't designed. I mean, this put him out for a while, and I mean,
oh yeah,
I am more appreciative of the fact that you're willing to, I guess, hang out and enjoy stuff like this than dismiss it. You know, the fact that the kids enjoy it too is cool too. But you know what else is cool?
Hey, Mike.
Timber.
What?
The fact that we have the chance to continue to grow what we do, and it's because we have cool people, cool fans, and we also have cool sponsors like Fanatics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today's episode is brought to you by Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of official band gear from all of the leagues, teams, and players you love. If you enjoy our show and are looking to buy a new jersey, sweatshirt, or hat, you can support us by going to podgo.co/fanatics and getting 25% off your next order. That's podgo.co/fanatics. Fanatics officially licensed everything. So again, that's podgo.co/fanatics, 25% off your next order.
So they mean like everything?
Yeah.
Or just like apparel? So shirts?
No, everything they sell there is 25% off. podgo.co/fanatics. That's it.
I know what you're getting for your birthday.
Well, now that the Steelers have sealed up their division, we're okay. But we'll see how that goes.
Now you can start buying merch.
Let's it's 30 minutes in. Let's spin the wheel. Can we?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna give the fig away. You're gonna see some bonus spots on there. So the bonus spots that are on there right now, you're gonna see some free frig stuff on there.
Elvis,
what's up, man? Happy New Year, Elvis. You're gonna see some spots on there that are Free Fig Friday. There's some Irish Whip spots on there. There's also some IVAR spots on there. What those spots are is if for some reason we land on those spots, we keep the fig and it ends up going into the Christmas giveaway. So that's kind of the fun part is the reason we started doing this is because a lot of times, I don't know, people don't claim the fig. It just happens. It's happened a couple times.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah, we want to be able to give everybody a chance, and what this does is it gives everybody a chance to one, be entered, and two, make sure that the fig's going where it needs to go. So I don't know. Let's spin this thing, okay, and see who wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if it lands on my name, which I think I'm in there, Josh, I want you to respin that.
Oh, I will.
If it lands on my name.
I'll respin it. Who's it on? Who's it on?
Who's it?
On. It's going to land on Ringside Rant. No.
John Zai won?
Bo Kilberg.
Bo Kilberg.
Mr. Bo Kilberg. Mr.
Bogerg.
Bo Kilberg. Mr. Bo Kilberg. Hey, Bo Kilberg, you have won the IVAR. So do me a favor. Just reach out to us and we'll get you your fig. That's all you have to do. Just hit us with your address and we'll get the fig out. So congratulations to him and the IVAR fig. So we gave that away. We did our duty.
Thank goodness.
I think I was. You were worried I was giving yours away.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, for a second, I like flared up and I was like, that mother. Why would you give away my IVAR?
I wouldn't do that.
I know.
There's Stop.
What is?
Gotta stop. Rhea's on TV. Gotta change it. So.
Bobby D, I claimed mine. What did he win? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's JP.
He would know.
And if you haven't got your fig, that's JP's fault. All JP's fault. Or mine for not mailing it. I don't know yet. There you go. Rest the bow if you're here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, man. Thanks, Jason, for hanging out, man. I appreciate you hanging out, tweeting, chilling out with us.
I agree.
What was your favorite part of just wrestling for the year? Was there anything that you like, any memories that stick out?
AG getting signed for sure, or August Gray, I should say that. That was a big one. Becky, I want to see her come back.
Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna raise a little one though. It's gonna be a while.
Just give them a fresh diaper and some Cheerios or something. They'll be fine. They can raise themselves. They're good.
You're right, Mike Farrell from Chaos Theory Podcast. It is always JP's fault.
Correct.
100% JP's fault, no matter what. That's what makes doing this so hard, is because I can't shit on you like I can JP. That's what makes it so much fun. But what? No, if I can't, look, this doesn't work. If I'm mean to you, then I'm really a bad guy, and that doesn't happen. We can't. I mean, I'm a bad guy, but I can't be. You don't want to turn heel? I already am.
A full heel?
What kind? I don't know. Depends on who you ask. It depends on the day and who you ask. I don't know. If you ask the kids, I'm a heel all the time.
Yes.
I'm an ass heel.
Ass heel.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, I'm a dick. Stop being a dick. You can tout on that. The kids like wrestling. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoyed wrestling when I was a kid. We got some cool. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I can say this. Like, we have Masha Slamovich is going to be on.
Ooh.
Nikita Koloff is going to be a guest on the podcast. Sam Laterna from IWTV and Camp Leapfrog is going to be on. Hopefully, we're going to have her on before the 16th for Camp Leapfrog has their next show on IWTV. So yeah, it's super. And
you have Zoya, the Destroyer.
Oh God, people, you fucking have no idea the shit that I have to live through. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Glow. Not the old stuff, but the stuff on Netflix. But Glow. Yeah, you can do Zoya the Destroyer like there's no tomorrow.
Potato soup.
Yeah. Well,
I'm still working on that.
Potato soup.
Vodka for breakfast.
Yeah. You can be Zoya for the rest of the podcast. I don't care. Probably confuse people. They wouldn't know. What team is going to the Super Bowl? The Packers or the Packers? I hope the Packers don't go. I hope the Packers do go to the Super Bowl, and I hope the Steelers beat the Packers there. Are there, what is Green Bay? Is that a city even? I guess it is. Yeah. What's up, Mr. Joe Salenza? Are you back from Puerto Rico? Where they violated your lines?
Oh my God.
You put that out there on Facebook. I think they violated him a little bit. I think they probably went.
Joe, if you need somebody to talk to, like we just said, this is a mental health podcast too.
Was that a go or a no zone?
Yes. No, touch square.
No, this is my no square.
This is no Joe.
This is my no Joe. Not in Puerto Rico. How do you say that in Puerto Rican? Not your JoJo square.
Not your JoJo square.
God,
I'm sorry that happened to you, Joe. I really am.
Teach us how to say that. It's cold up there in Montana. It is cold up here in Montana. It's very cold, but not as. I don't know. It's been colder, but enough about the weather. This is a podcast about pro wrestling, not the Green Bay Packers.
I snuggle with a Yeti, so I don't know how cold is outside.
Yeah, there you go. What's been your least favorite part about this year when it comes to pro wrestling?
Oh, least favorite part?
Yeah, I know what mine is. 100% know what mine is. Let me tell you mine is, and it might help you with yours.
Yes.
No live events.
Oh.
No crowds, no live events, like no WrestleMania, no any. I mean, it sucks. Like the Thunderdome, like it's been.
I guess I concur with you.
I shouldn't say no live events. There are live events. There are live events happening. No traveling live events where I can do. There's no big major events to where we could go and hang out. And
I think that it actually opened. I didn't get to see wrestling for what it was prior to COVID.
No, this is literally your first year. Like this is your which is it is so.
I think it will just suck me in more once they actually do start doing live events, and I get to see that the energy that everybody talks about.
Oh, the energy at a live event is even the energy. I think the hottest, livest, most fun event you could ever attend, and this is no shit, and this is, I think it's proven. You could ask anybody. You can ask even the people that are in here and maybe feedback or whatnot, but I think the hottest, livest, most fun crowd is not a WrestleMania crowd, not a pay-per-view crowd, not any of the crowd. It's the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Like everything has happened and there's things that they needed, loose ends. It's everybody's it's nonstop chanting and going, and that it just continues, and it's the crowd is just
they're riding that high at that point.
Oh yeah, it's the entire weekend, and it's a culmination of like you typically had Friday Night SmackDown, then you had NXT TakeOver on Saturday night, then you had WrestleMania on Sunday, and then you had Monday Night Raw to wrap up 4 days of wrestling, and that last Raw was the final, like, if we've got to do what we got to do,
the straw that broke WWE's back.
Yeah. Plus you have the real hardcore, like, guys that are from all over the world and countries that are, like, if we're going to stay for, like, if we're going to go, we're going to do all of us. So these are like the hardcore guys that, and gals, are there for Monday night, like, just for that part. That ticket's harder to get than a WrestleMania ticket. That Raw after Mania is the hardest ticket to get.
Challenge accepted. We're gonna do it.
Thunderdome not been bad on Raw and SmackDown, 6 each. Well, so there you go, Bobby D. That's fun, man. It's fun. Yeah, see, like Mike said, it doesn't matter what city. I'm just ready for. I think what we're planning on, and I think this is where everybody else is at, and from everybody that I've talked to, especially that are there, is like 2021 is still going to be another difficult pro wrestling year because COVID's not fucking, just because it's a new year doesn't mean COVID's over. It's still here.
Yeah, we just went to 2021 and it just magically disappeared. Yeah, no, it's still there.
The difference is we're going to come out of this better. We're going to get to a point where we can have groups and crowds together again, but we're not going to be at Mania for another year. Like 2022 you
were just talking about how crazy that the energy is after Mania, the day after Mania. Yeah. Can you imagine what that's going to be like when that does open up?
Oh, well, I hope it is. I do. I hope it is. I hope it hasn't changed. I hope it doesn't change. I hope it's still the same. I hope crowds are still the same. You know what? I hope it's not the same. I hope fucking people are better. I hope people in the internet wrestling community are fucking better. Hope they're better about how they treat people. I hope they're better about how they talk about
and how fragile everything is.
When people like Brody Lee die, like there's no way you should be speculating on.
Oh, I was pissed
on whether or not it was related to the pandemic or whatnot. I don't. It's nobody's fucking business, for one, and two, you don't go to the Mayo Clinic because you have COVID. You go to the Mayo Clinic because you have something probably extremely progressive, something that we had to deal with you this year, a scare where you're dealing with something that's probably like the C word, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that he's gone, and that if you're speculating on this, it's none of your fucking business.
I was pissed. I was on Twitter, and somebody had tweeted out, "Oh, this is just a work. He'll be back." And I went,
Yeah.
F you, first off.
Yeah.
If you're going to say shit like that, then you better have the balls to back it up. Like, yeah, he was sick. Yeah, he did go to the Mayo Clinic. Don't just say it's a work. That was some BS.
Exactly. Pete says, when I was in the AEW Revolution, Moxley won. The pop was outstanding. Who knew that was the last crowd at an event of 2020? I know, man. That's what's... It's so hard for me. Well, it's, I guess, just since it's hard for me. It's difficult to enjoy pro wrestling the way that I'm accustomed to watching it. With the Fiend matches, I've liked a lot. The cinematic things, I've really liked a lot. I've enjoyed that a lot. And the reason why is because that's JP's groove. Like, that's his thing. And I've really been trying to focus on appreciating more of that type during this, because when it goes away, we're not going to have it. We're not going to.
I hope it doesn't go away.
Well, if you still have fucking TV writers, it won't go away. For you fans, it won't. But, Bobby says, do you think we'll jack up the price so the fans are back? And I don't think so. I don't think they're going to jack up the price. If anything else, I think they're going to be more accommodating. I think they're going to do a lot more things. I think there's going to be more, as long as there's more ways for the talent to make money at this. That's the key here. The key is, and also for anybody that hasn't noticed while we're doing this, and if you look up in the upper left-hand corner while we're doing this live, we actually have our new logo by Ringside Art up in the left-hand corner, and it's all blacked out. You guys can't see it, but it's actually our new logo. I can't even wear the sweatshirt that you got me, because we're waiting for it to debut so we can put it out there. But for right now, it's all blacked out.
It's Area 51 right now.
Area 51. Perfect. Yes, Mike from Chaos. Some people in the IWC are stupid. See you next Tuesdays, and we don't pay attention to them. I don't. I don't.
I think that one just really caught my eye.
Well, if you're going to make money off of spreading shit that's not true or calling it as such, I'm not a fan of that. But I'm definitely a fan of I'm definitely a fan of making sure that it's a community. This is a community. And when I think you got that when they said that the other night. Like, this is a community that if you don't respect it, you'll get chewed up and spit out.
I think that was that Kingston?
Yeah.
Yep. If you don't respect that, if you don't give that, what is it? The not soft handshake, but the
it's a soft handshake. I don't know if if you don't, respect goes a long ways. I think Eddie tweeted that too. Respect goes a long ways. Respect goes a long ways, especially when you break somebody's trust.
Yeah.
And Eddie's real. I mean, you saw the promo on the IWTV, the year-end awards. You saw that last night. You saw the promo. You saw him basically tell Zack Sabre Jr. that he wants to kill him in a ring. Work or shoot. Who knows? But you believe him, right?
Yeah.
You believe MJF, right? To an extent.
Yeah.
You believe Eddie Kingston way more than you believe MJF.
Oh, easy.
Because it's real.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be anybody. It's that, and that's what to me. I feel like that's what pro wrestling is to me. So when I start looking at some of this, Zack Sabre Jr. is a piece of crap. You're right, Rucker, 100%. Hey, buddy, Happy New Year. Hope things are well.
I just have to say, like, and I know I'm probably gonna get bashed for this.
I hope so.
Can you? Yeah, please. I don't care. I have to say that. Can you imagine being in pain just like anybody else, but staying in character and disrespecting loosely his son and like still making that believable? Yeah, I have to give MJF props for that.
He's one of the greatest heels that's ever going to exist.
He is always in character.
That's who he is.
I think the part that made me not believe it, for me anyway, and I think you know what I'm going to say, is that picture of him sitting at the piano, flipping off the kid. Oh, yeah. And I went, oh, he does this to kids all the time.
Well, yeah, he does.
It just so happened. Well,
yeah, he does, because he's getting them over. That's the fun part, is when you know, when you know. I think that's why I love it so much when people take what other people say to heart, when they really shouldn't. Don't take it personal. No, don't take it personal. It is what it is. And so many people were offended by the WWE not doing a tribute again for Brody Lee, but I looked at it as more of a highly professional move on their part to allow the AEW guys, gals, internet wrestling community, whatever, to do it. And again, to not put themselves out there and cause more angst and stress and anxiety in an already shitty situation. I'm sure at some point in time, he will have something in that company named after him or put in motion for him because of the person that he was. One, to Bray Wyatt, to The Fiend.
Yeah.
And two, because of just the man that he was. I hope that's what happens. I hope that's what we get out of this. I hope that's what we get when Vince is gone. And I don't mean that to be an asshole, but you know how it's...
Well, no, it's true. I want, just my thought, I want there to be a scholarship in his name for somebody to go over to...
That's why you need your own podcast. We don't think that way. This is carnival thinking here. You're thinking about the kids, and that's why I love you so much, because you think that way. I really do. That's why I love you. Mm-hmm. But I wish they would do that. And I think that's kind of why Tony Khan did what he did and giving the kid whatever he did for the contract. Hopefully he's paying whatever. Hopefully he gets what. Hopefully that family gets whatever they get for as long as Brody Lee would have gotten, as long as he would have worked or been a part of or averaged to. I don't know, man. It's I don't know. Being not gloating. What? Oh, yeah. I can't even fathom being in mourning and gloating a character without breaking. I didn't even finish watching the episode the other night, because when I saw Silver and just knowing him and those kids in Beyond Wrestling, and I say kids because they are. Yeah. In a lot of ways. I don't mean that as an insult. I don't mean that.
But you just corrected me. He's a man, not a kid.
I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I meant that because
you don't mean what you say? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I meant that because that's what he said on BTE, remember? And then Brody Lee said, "My son's 8." And he remember. Right?
An idiot. It's always something with fucking Silver.
That's where it came from. Yeah.
No, I did.
What is wrong with this kid? I'm not a kid. I'm 29.
I have an 8-year-old. He's not a goddamn idiot. I love it. I think who was his tag partner? I was going to say Strowman, and that's not right because it's not him, but it looks like him.
Bludgeon Brothers? Yeah.
I think that was
Eric Rowan.
Yeah, there we go. Rowan.
When Rowan showed up.
That was another ugly cry from me.
Hurt.
That one got me right in the back of the throat. I could feel my heart right here.
So does it make sense? And I mean, when I asked this question now, when we first got together,
Eric Redbeard.
It's Eric Redbeard. Yeah, it's true. That's what they call him. It was Eric. So many names. Do you expect? Did you expect to feel the way you feel about some of these guys before you?
No, not at all. It was weird. It's weird you get to know their character. You get to know who they are in the ring. You get to see all these things, and then you see them on social media and all these other things, being parents and family people. So you get to know them as their alter self and then their real self, and you feel like you really actually know them. And it's sad when they do get sick or they pass. It's a community, so it hurts all of us.
Yeah. Elvis is asking, what did I do or what did I say or think? Is I didn't do or say or think anything. I
told you.
Yeah, you told me, and
I went, hey, you know Brody Lee, and you're like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, dude, he's gone. He's like, you're like, what do you mean he's gone? I'm like, look, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think I was. I think I was just more. I was more like.
I think it was one of those ones that nobody really ever saw coming. At all.
I was more like, okay, what happened? What accident happened?
Yeah, was he in a car wreck?
I was waiting for the, it was a freak accident. He was this or that, or but it wasn't
reaction, and
it wasn't that.
No.
And when Wrestling News, first, thank you, Ben.
Yeah,
released the stuff from Brody's wife that it was. Thanking the nurses and doctors at the Mayo Clinic. At that point in time, it's none of my motherfucking business.
Mm-mm.
It's nobody's business. It's the family's business, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's where I reserve judgment, because I was like, I want to watch what the WWE does. I don't care what Brian Myers thinks of the WWE or why there's not a 10-bell account. I don't care. What I care about is what lasting legacy are they going to leave behind for the two kids and that mom, his wife, going forward. That was my thing.
I liked the fact that I loved the fact that for that time, for that moment, for that match, for all of that, they put away differences and egos and all those loose ends that they were pissed about, and they just wrestled. It was just pure, I have talent. I'm going to show you what he taught me.
It was theatrical. It was believable. It was palpable. It was palpable.
Oh, yeah. It was real.
Do you feel like that's what pro wrestling's been missing? And I'm not saying that Brody Lee's supposed to be a martyr in this.
No.
But do you feel like that feeling, that touch, that everything that everybody shits on when you talk about this internet wrestling, like you see it, you see these ugly people. Do you feel like?
I just want to tell those ugly people, like, if you're going to be ugly in a time like now, go rub one out and come back in a fucking better mood, because I'm done with your bullshit. And I'm sure everybody else is too. I think that I hope that feeling and that theatricalness is carried on more, because we need that. Everybody needs that, and not just for the sake of Brody Lee. It needs to become that again.
With that, we're up. It's an hour.
Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome
for hanging out with me and doing this.
I'm probably gonna still hang out with you, and
I know, but I mean, a lot of dudes would be jealous because people of the opposite sex would not hang out, and hopefully they do. Girlfriends, wives, but do this and step in when JP.
You guys show this one to your wives. I want them to be able to enjoy something with you. This has become not just I don't even want to say hobby. This is something that we do. This is who we are. And I want your wives and your daughters and your granddaughters and your, I don't give a shit, nieces, nephews, whatever, to come on and enjoy something like this with you guys. It's
probably not kid friendly when you drop the F-bomb though.
Well, I'll stop now.
No, it's not. You don't have to stop. I don't care. I'm just saying I'm not kid friendly. I'm just saying.
No, you're a dick.
Dick. Dick.
Josh has been learning ASL. It's pretty awesome.
So as always, at the number 3 Irish Boys with a Z. You can catch us next week. Yeah. We will have some interviews and information coming. But again, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Me. I hope you enjoyed me.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say I hope you enjoyed the episode with Timber and I. JP, man, I love you. I hope everything's okay. And again, Happy New Year. Here you are, another holiday, do an episode, and it's you with me. Thank you.
I love it. You're welcome.
I love you too. No, you said I love it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love you too, but
I know, but I love it.
You. I, we, whatever. See you guys later.
Bye.